and welcome to another edition of What Did You Think?, where I get a chance to reply to the comments that some of you had posted on a Facebook post I made, asking all of you, what did you think when you first saw me dance, or first danced with me, or in some cases first met me? Some of you replied with some short, brief comments, but some of you also replied with some very entertaining stories and very detailed stories. And I wanted to take the time to honor your effort and your time and thank you in this way, instead of just hitting like or replying with a couple of emojis. Sachin Bhargava. So this was in Greater Noida in India. I loved your passion and poise when I first saw you dance. It was so natural. I don't think that can be learnt. It's inborn. Though I appreciate that, I am of the mind that yes, it can be learned. I just think it takes a lot more effort for some people than it does for others. And I don't think that the effort itself is a greater effort. It's more how you've lived your life. Like for myself personally, I've always been a very curious person. I've been very active. I'm always into fitness and moving. And I think in that sense, movement becomes a little bit easier for me. And because I'm so curious and attentive to the details in connection and what my body's feeling, every time I create a movement or every time I'm approaching a new movement, I end up taking that same curiosity to that. And so the way I would approach a sport is the way I approach salsa dancing, with 100% effort. And that's where it starts to look like it's very natural. Jumbo Chiang, you look so happy and enjoyed the music. Jumbo, thank you so much. Jumbo is a beautiful dancer from Taiwan. I have had a chance to dance with your entire family, and all of you were amazing. I danced with Jumbo, I danced with his wife, I danced with his son. All of you are fantastic, and you are always looking just as happy with a beaming smile. So thank you for making our first dance experience just as exciting and enjoyable for me. Luis Gonzalez. I first saw you on YouTube when I was doing research as a beginner. Unfortunately, I started dancing late in my life, and now my knees are done. Chances are now that I will never get to dance with you, but it's all good because I still have YouTube. I hate that you're already giving up because, we don't have to do that much on the dance floor to be able to have a good dance and to be able to dance with each other. So I wouldn't give up just yet. Yes, of course, YouTube is there, but YouTube is watching me dance with other people. YouTube is not dancing with me. So I would still keep an open mind to the possibility that we will get to have our dance. Markus Latimer, I have watched you dance. I thought she moves beautifully and she's so easy to lead on the dance floor. Thank you, Markus. Appreciate that. Not everyone might agree, but I will take your compliment. Raihanah Halim, when you taught at Ziggy Feet over a year ago, I thought, wow, she's so tiny and super fast, and wow, that dance with Z was so magical, and damn, Magna can freaking lead. So many things combined in there. Singapore is one of my favorite places to visit. One, because I have quite a few good friends over there, but also Z, who Raihanah was referring to, is one of my dance partners that I have done quite a few routines with, and who is just an absolutely phenomenal dancer and a phenomenal lead and partner and friend. And my experience in Singapore was as great as it was because he happened to be one of the organizers of this event. This was his dance school, and because of him, I got a chance to meet you too, Raihanah. So thank you for that compliment. Giedre Milasiene. I think I'm saying that, pretty certain I'm saying that wrong. What a stunning dancer, and with such an impressive creativity and musicality. Thank you very much, Giedre. I hope I'm saying your name right. Malek Hajji. I tried to dance with you before knowing who you are, but could not. Everyone was in line to dance with you. You were burning the dance floor. Not uncommon, the lines on the dance floor, nor that I was burning the dance floor, or that might be the reason that I'm always drenched in sweat, because I'm burning the dance floor. Maybe I shouldn't do that. I'm sure we'll get our chance, Malek. Leo Fig. Hey, Magna, I remember in 2003, I saw you being a spinning top, and I was amazed at your buttery dance style. Wow, I was a spinning top back in 2003. Wow. I didn't realize that whole queen spin thing was from that long ago. Thanks for reminding me. Vee Amor. Haven't seen you in person yet, but from your videos, She's got magic tricks on the dance floor. She just glides on the floor so smooth. Damn. Vee Amor, thank you for that compliment. I'm sure one of these days we will end up crossing paths in person. And yes, I suppose I do have some magic tricks up my sleeve, don't I? Amanda Harvey, beautiful energy and spirit on the floor. Thank you, Amanda. Thank you for always approaching everything with such a big smile, too. Michael Vuong, I was still fairly new to dance, but it felt effortless. You weren't intimidating like some other professionals. However, you showed me how a professional should be. And that is a huge compliment. I know that sometimes when we're out there dancing, especially when we're beginners and we look at someone who's more advanced or who's an artist or an instructor, we get nervous about that. I think sometimes the professionals and other dancers on the dance floor who are intimidating don't actually intend to be intimidating. They just have a certain demeanor about them. Of course, there's other people who take on a certain aura of, I don't know, superstardom or whatnot. But a lot of people are just kind of maybe introverted and a little bit more comfortable with their own group of people that they meet. So I wouldn't write everyone else off. I'm glad that you had a good experience with me, but I wouldn't write everybody else off. You'd be surprised who you meet if you give the chance to actually get to know them. It's just worth to ask, you know. You can't go wrong with asking. Maldes Andrei, never done, hope we'll dance sometime in the future, from Romania, peace and faith. Well, when we do, we shall return to this video. Dilara Karimova, on your classes I felt how energetic you are. I could even feel your light aura just standing next to you. Wow, that is on some next level, to feel my light aura. Like, you're not the first person to say that. There's a friend of mine, Stacy, from Bali in Indonesia, who's very spiritual and talked about how I have the presence of gods or something like that around me. I would say I'm kind of spiritual. I'm not that spiritual, but I can appreciate what other people see, and that's a beautiful way of putting it, that you can feel a light aura around me. And yeah, when it comes to teaching, I'm very energetic and enthusiastic. I love teaching. That is hands down one of the greatest joys of my life, and I am so fortunate with salsa to be given that privilege of doing that in so many places around the world with so many students of all different demographics. It's really an honor, and even now, I mean, I get excited about the thought. So I'm glad you felt it. I hope you enjoyed something from the class as well. I'm assuming that you were in the class. And thank you for the comment. Mallaurie Mulciba, she's dope. Her footsteps are incredible. Thank you. Sometimes it is impressive to take a walk, isn't it? Terez Szabo, 2014 Valentine Salsa Congress in Zagreb. I remember watching videos beforehand and then seeing you dance. It was mind-blowing because I've never seen anything that creative, especially you dancing with Super Mario. I remember things I could have watched you all night. Thank you, Terez. And I have seen you at so many events. You are always a joy to interact with. You're a beautiful person and a lovely dancer as well. And you've always come with such an enthusiasm that it's infectious and intoxicating. So I appreciate the comment. I appreciate the compliment. And thank you for just always being you. You're just a beautiful person. Manuel Morales. When I first saw you dance, I was mesmerized. I couldn't stop watching you. When I first danced with you, I totally froze. Another one of those moments where people feel like deers in headlights. I mean, I can't be that blinding, can I? I'm sure we had a good dance, Manuel. At least I don't remember anyone dancing with me and completely freezing, so that must have been in your head. And Mihaela Stanciu, what in the world is this? Is she human? Does she have bones? Oh, and is she dancing or flying? Thank you, Mihaela. Yes, human, I am. I do have bones, which are way more fragile as I'm getting older. Definitely not anywhere near flexible. But wow, I do wish I could fly. That would be one dream come true. Closest I've ever gotten to that is in the skydiving. And finally, Paolo Lazzerini, unique, magical, explosive. It would be a dream to dance with you in Italy. Paolo, I am sure we will get a chance. Like I said, the world is a small place, and once everything becomes normal again and travel becomes easy again, we will be bouncing around from city to city, and I'm sure we'll cross paths, and I am sure we will get our dance eventually. And that was another edition of What Did You Think? Thank you for watching. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for taking the time to try and recall those moments or remember whatever it was that you felt when you first saw me dance. It has been an honor to get to know some of you. It's a greater honor to have some positive impact on your life. I appreciate you sharing that with me. If you're watching and you have your own stories of when you first saw me dance or first danced with me or first met me that you'd like to share, you can share them in the comments or send me a message on my social media, and I'll be sure to get to you in this format as well. In the meantime, please subscribe to the channel, comment, share, whatever you liked. There are plenty of other videos on empowered topics that relate to connection, communication, and relationships in dance. And of course, there are tons and tons of social dance videos as well. I will catch you in the next episode.